So yeah, this is a question I get asked all the time. What is next level physiotherapy, and what made me create the company that it is today? So I started my career in New York in 2012 and worked for a lot of different companies, got a good experience in different settings. So essentially I saw clients who were pediatrics and all the way up into their 90s and well over into the hundreds and stuff like that. And I went from an outpatient setting to geriatrics to home care to sports. So I did it all. And what I found, what was quite interesting, was no matter what setting I worked with, there was some core elements that every patient wanted. And one of the things that every patient I've worked with since 2012 was they all wanted to be listened to, right? Not just as a patient, but as a person. And this is one of our core values at Next Level Physiotherapy. First step in our 5-step process is actually understanding where is this patient coming from? What are their daily needs? What are their goals by deciding to work with us? And how can we as healthcare professionals in Next Level Physiotherapy help them achieve the small goals and eventually get to the bigger goal of what they really want, which is usually not, hey, let me just get out of pain. It's, hey, I want to maybe play my grandchildren, or hey, my daughter's getting married in 2 months from now. I want to be able to walk her down the aisle. These are what I call life-changing goals. And that's primarily one of the big purposes of Next Level Physiotherapy, is to really understand the individual and why are they here and what is the bigger purpose. And if we can leave some impression to help them get to their bigger purpose goal that they possibly gave up on or things they want to do, then we've done our job at Next Level Physiotherapy. So that's step 1. Now step 2 is, after we actually listen to the individual, we have to create a customized game plan. Because everybody comes in our office, they're different age groups, male, female, different problems. And because of that, the path to success for everybody, and success is defined always by not what I think, but success is defined by the actual patient. So we have to create a custom game plan after really carefully listening to them to figure out what is that you really want by coming to Next Level Physiotherapy. So that's step 2, which is creating a custom game plan to find out where they are, but ultimately where they want to go, and create that journey with them. Step 3, after we get the custom game plan, is typically where we start the treatment, and that's for most of our clients that have some sort of pain. So we will have to, obviously get them out of pain and slowly start building a confidence to start maybe moving in a way that they weren't able to, or they mentally just don't think it's possible anymore because of the age or previous injury or whatnot. So part 3 of the process is usually to manage and get rid of the discomfort they're experiencing. Step 4, which is really the long-term plan, and that is to create better habits. A lot of the patients we've seen over the years, they do things that either help their situation or make their situation a little worse. So how do we even get into changing habits if we never, A, listen to what the problem is, find out what their goals are, what success means to them, creating that custom game plan, and then taking a look at their life and saying, hey, this causes pain or this causes discomfort, show me exactly what you do so I can start modifying the activities you're doing, so then you can still do the task without hurting yourself in the process. And once we change the habits, what we find in a lot of patients is they start getting longer term results. And of course, it's a win-win situation for everybody. And that's all we try to create in Next Level Physiotherapy, the win-win situations for as long as possible. So once they finish with step 4 in the process, which is getting them out the pain stage, we have what we call the transformation stage, right? Which is building better habits, right? And then eventually the patient becomes self-sustainable, and then they have a program they can carry on, which is like a lifestyle change, right? So we give them a program that they can use over and over again just to maintain the quality of life that they want to achieve and what success means to them. The last step of the process is what we call the maintenance phase. So of course, I always use the example of a lot of our patients that come in, they say, hey, I just want to, lose weight, I want to be healthier, right? And I always ask them a question of, well, what are you doing to be healthier or to drop the weight? And they'll say, hey, I'm eating better. I'm like, great, keep that going. You don't just eat healthier or eat better and then you just stop and expect to stay healthy, right? So your body is the same way. You do this program, this custom game plan to get you from where you are today to where you want to go. But how do you stay over here and possibly progress on that? Well, that's the last phase. Ultimately, the goal of next level physical therapy is to empower people to be able to do the things that they either gave up on mentally or physically because they just don't know which direction to turn to. At our clinic, we specialize with the 40+ population because throughout my career, what I found is that as people get older, unfortunately, they've been told by numerous other healthcare practitioners, maybe family and friends that just say, hey, you know what? That neck pain or knee pain or back pain that you got, you're just getting older and that's normal. And, most of our patients we see, the first thing we ask them is, well, who have you spoken to, and why do you feel that way? And more times than not, they say, hey, everybody just tells me there's nothing to be done. And that's why the custom game plan that we have in our process is very important to figure out exactly the root cause of your problem. And once we find a root cause of your problem, we can guide you in a direction to start resolving the issues and get you back to what success looks like for you.